Today, on this sincere day, I, Q, a humble petitioner, come before your sacred altar with reverence. I offer this pure incense and bow in deep respect. I humbly ask for your divine protection and clarity of mind as I navigate this difficult shift in my life. Grant me the will to reignite my passion for my life's work. Grant us the wisdom to walk in harmony with the Tao and the strength to do good deeds. Anyways, may this smoke carry my truthful heart to the heavens and leave me more prosperous from the turning tides. Thank you for your boundless grace and oversight, or whatever.
Hi guys, we hope you enjoyed our video on our project Dance Dragon Dance. I'm Haley.
I'm Kylie.
I'm Jania.
And I'm Phoebe.
Our project is a visual novel rhythm game inspired by modern Taiwanese culture. In Taiwan, our group was heavily influenced by the Daja Mazu pilgrimage we came across. We wanted to embrace the lively and dynamic energy of the parade by designing a rhythm game with exciting music. Meanwhile, creating a story that involves resonant themes about self-discovery, creative block, and found family.
As our project is in a 2D graphic style, the color scripts were done in a simplistic block-ins, reminiscent of and influenced by Lou Romano's color script work on The Incredibles and Up Film. As Q was traversing through her journey of self-acceptance, we thought to give many of the softer moments in the game a high-key treatment and softer pastel palettes, as shown in the scene where the Dragon Dance Troupe has recruited Q. As the game enters more intense moments, we thought to bump the contrast and colors to higher levels to represent the clashes the troupe encounters. By the resolution of the game, Q has come to accept herself and is filled in a soft pink light, symbolizing her coming into herself and being able to play her Erhu once again.
Our characters are based off the Taiwanese mythology, the Nine Dragon Sons, and although there are only 5 characters within the cast, we correlated each character to fit within the characteristics and personalities of each chosen son. Q, from Q New, is a snake-like son correlated with music and harmony within the mythology. As our protagonist, she is the university dropout who goes on this journey to reignite her passion and love for her instrument, the erhu. We wanted to create a timid, unassuming girl to contrast the rest of the cast, which comprises of mischievous con artists. Her shape language follows a soft and round approach, her color scheme following triadic primary adjacent colors. Our time in Taipei gave us insight into how college students in Taiwan dress and outfit themselves. Thus, we decided to give her a more casual look. Yazi follows Yazi, a wolf-like son which resembles aggression and combat within the mythology. Yazi was designed with wavy, sharper edges and given a more wild appearance. Their stature and silhouette is resembled to be more werewolf-like. Bo follows Bazia, a turtle-like son which resembles fortitude and power. His design is very closely represented to a tortoise. His backpack, which holds all of their stolen goods, mimics a shell on his wider body. Lulu follows Pu Lao, the dragon sun, which resembles influence and resonance. She prioritizes wealth and glam. Her design is more slender and long. Sharp yet curled, playful strokes were taken into account for her shape language. And lastly, Chao follows Chao Feng, the dragon sun, which resembles beauty and strength. She is the second lead, as she is the driving force of the pickpocketing plotline within the narrative. We designed her to be more agile and slick, yet practical enough for her to have adequate pockets to steal. She wears a mask to maintain secrecy within the crowd, and her color scheme is comprised of blacks shifted with the dark forest green to give a more malintentioned look.
The beginning of the story takes place in Taipei, a populated, chaotic city with high-rise architecture that accommodates lively establishments and raging night markets. When designing Taipei, we made sure to add tall buildings and large crowds of people to curate the feeling of a bustling city. For the color palette, we chose bright greens and oranges to make it more energetic. In the midpoint of the story, after Q finds out the Dragon Troupe are actually con artists, the characters travel to Yilan. Yilan is a scenic and charming city next to the ocean in Taiwan. For this environment, we wanted to show the pleasant beach houses and power lines that are a characteristic part of Yilan. We also chose bright greens and blues to create a calm and serene feeling. At the end of the story, the characters travel to Zhoufen, a mountainous city with stacked architecture. We wanted to highlight the temple, which is where the last showdown with Q takes place. The temple is designed to look vast and menacing to fit the mood of the story. We chose dark violets and bright, saturated reds, presenting a dangerous ambience.
For the props, we wanted to focus on Q's instrument, as well as the things that are often used by the troupe. Erhu, although this instrument is tucked away in Q's case, its purpose is found during the last performance. We try to incorporate Q's quirks into it by adding a charm and relating back to its yellow color to Q's coloring. Tai drum, main instrument used during the Wu Long performance by Q. In order to relate it to the troupe, we have added dragon scale decals to the wood. Speaker, tacky RGB speaker, the troupe originally uses during the Wu Long performances. This being the original way the troupe played music before Q joined, we wanted to make it quite disconnected by adding in RGB colors that are not relevant to the red-orange hues we have correlated with the troupe. Dragon, main distraction. Without the dragon, the performance would simply not exist. We made the dragon quite goofy looking, as the troupe does not take its performances seriously. Overall, we really try to lean into the warm orange, red color palettes to tie everything together and make everything feel cohesive together as it's all part of the troupe.
Here, I'll get into a bit of the music for the project. Set in Taiwan and drawing influences from traditional dragon dances, much of the instrumentation includes traditional instruments such as the pipa and bawu. The majority of the drums in the soundtrack are chopped up recordings of drums from lion and dragon festivals. With the protagonist Q's main instrument being the erhu, I wanted that instrument to play a critical role as well. Despite being rooted in traditional instrumentation, there are a lot of Western influences to give a more cinematic feel for the trailer, such as incorporating a Western minor scale. The last track in particular uses typical rock band orchestration, including the electric guitar and bass in tandem with the erhu. This mix of cultures isn't just to fit the impressions of the project, but also reflects the general influence of Western culture on Eastern music.
On the editing side of things, we used a mixture of effects to achieve a smooth and cinematic composition. We also used different types of lighting throughout to give our compositions a more gleamy and touched-up look. We animated the scenes in a way where it would accentuate the characters and bring out the atmosphere of the world they live in. The goal was to make everything pop, looking energetic and playful.
We would like to give a big thanks to our Professor Evgeny for helping us bring our project to life and to Global Programs for bringing us to Taiwan. We had an amazing time. Thank you so much for watching our presentation.
There's a dragon in Taiwan. There's a dragon in Taiwan.